Hi everyone, and happy Thanksgiving Eve to you. It's the 24th day of November, been a pretty nice one at that. Your Thanksgiving Day outlook, sad to say, not as good as it was 24 hours ago, and it wasn't all that great 24 hours ago. I'll give you the time change on the rain expected in just a few moments. First, let me again say still working closely with Apple, their engineers. I'm still trying to figure out not just what's wrong with my software, but potentially if I'm the only person in the world that is experiencing this according to them. Regardless, last night portions of it a bit of a train wreck in regards to the glitches and sorts, and I do apologize, and it is taking years off my life. I can promise you that. I can also promise you that I'll be working on it over the holiday break and try to isolate the issue, which we thought we had isolated on a couple of different occasions. And that's really about all I can tell you, except to ask for your patience and bear with me. With that said, before I leave you for Thanksgiving, your Thanksgiving forecast, the rain's moving up, I'm sad to say. But before I talk about that, we'll have the arrest of a McGoffin County woman found to be under the influence and possession of drugs, paraphernalia, and arrested for some stolen items from the campus of the University of Kentucky. I have as well, going back to last Friday's road dedication for a former McGoffin County and a serviceman to our community and our country. And thanks to some folks who were there in my absence. I'll bring that to you in just a few seconds. Your COVID update, birthdays, and some other special announcements, yay, and a lot more. A couple of things on the national front that are and should be of serious interest to us all that I wanted to pass along real quickly. First off, COVID deaths in the United States. We've seen more since we've had the vaccine than when we didn't. More people in America have died from COVID this year than died last year, and that was before the vaccines were readily available. According to new data released today from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 386,235 people died from COVID have died to date in 2021. All of last year, that was 385,343. So we've already surpassed last year with COVID deaths, and we, of course, have had vaccines this year to try to treat, not to try to, but to treat COVID. And, of course, we're going to see many more. We still have some time left, month and a half in this year, as well as those deaths will continue to be reported in the first few months of 2022. COVID-19 has resulted in a higher percentage of deaths in the United States this year than last. Last year, 11% of all deaths were related to COVID. 11%. This year it stands at 13%. Why, you might ask? Well, lower than needed vaccinations, and as well, people getting relaxed, not social distancing, not wearing masks, doing those simple things, which of course can help spread and beat COVID. And many Americans, under the assumption that we are now out of the pandemic phase and that we are in a manageable phase of COVID-19, which is not the case. We will reach that someday, but all scientists say that we're not close to that as of yet. Not close enough, at least. A lot of folks as well still just refusing to get vaccinated and assuming that we are, again, out of the pandemic. But while 59% of Americans are vaccinated, CDC says it would really take closer to 80 to 85% more than likely before we would reach that status. And kids, let's talk about our kids. Pediatric cases of COVID are up 32% from just 2 weeks ago. Children's Hospital Association, in a collaboration with the American Academy of Pediatrics, released some data today that says that over 6.75 million kids have tested positive for the virus since the beginning of the pandemic, as of just a couple of days ago. This week alone, 142,000 cases in kids were added in the United States, and that's 32% of an increase from just 14 days ago. And for the 15th week in a row, children's cases of COVID are over 100,000. 15 weeks in a row. And since the first week of September, we've added another 1.75 million cases of COVID in our children. Some other good news. The nationwide average for, sarcasm obviously, have to explain nowadays sometimes, I think, ourselves. The nationwide average for gas, if you may have noticed this Thanksgiving, a little different than last. $3.40 a gallon. A year ago, $2.11, according to the AAA Association. They said that in light of that, almost 53.5 million Americans are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving this year. That's the highest one-year increase since 2005. And one last report that you may find of interest, President Biden is going to, according to reports, require all essential, non-resident travelers crossing the land borders of the United States. This includes government personnel, emergency response, truck drivers, anyone who serves in any of those capacities and others, to be fully vaccinated starting on January the 22nd. This will, of course, coincide with rules for essential travelers, which took effect earlier this month for leisure travelers when the United States reopened its borders to fully vaccinated people. So that to come after the first of the year. After these words, tonight's headlines. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The team at Appalachian Wireless wants to say thank you as they kick off the holidays with a special event, the Appalachian Wireless 30th Anniversary Holiday Sale. Appalachian Wireless is celebrating 30 years, and we want to say thank you with a holiday sale that will make everyone's holiday merry and bright. From now till the end of the year, visit us in-store or reserve online for an unbelievable sale and giveaway. We know what you want for the holidays because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Get the best deals on Christmas and other home decor and gifts on the biggest shopping weekend of the year right here at the Seasonal Shop. This Black Friday, everything Christmas is 30% off. Women's clothing is 20% off. You can get an extra 20% off already low-marked clearance items, and t-shirts are buy one, get one half off. And then this Small Business Saturday, everything Christmas is still 20% off, and there's an extra 20% off all clearance items, all with layaway and curbside delivery. Only this weekend and only at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. If this doesn't get your motor running, you need a new motor. JJs Burgers and Beer is now serving breakfast and burgers. 99-cent breakfast sandwiches, BLTs, platters starting at $3.99 with sausage, bacon, chicken, pork tenderloin, or bologna. Oh my goodness. And it's all just as over-the-top tasty as their gourmet-style burgers, wings, and pizza. And you can have it all, breakfast or lunch, anytime, Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. That's breakfast and lunch all day. Dine in, drive through, and fuel up your other motor before you leave. JJ's Burgers and Beer at Speedy's in Sayersville. In local news tonight, a McGoffin County woman still jailed after being taken into custody this past Sunday after a complaint led authorities from the Sheriff's Department to a Sayersville business. And it was there that they found her to be under the influence, they say, in possession of drugs and or paraphernalia, and also stolen items from the University of Kentucky campus. First, before I continue with this report, let me say this. I am awaiting information on an alleged holdup or robbery at the Dollar General store in Royalton here in McGoffin County this afternoon about 4:40 or so, a short time ago. I'll have some information on that. It's still a fluid situation, but we will return to that in just a few moments before the end of the program. Now, back to this case. According to arrest citations, authorities got a call of a suspicious vehicle sitting at the Elk Creek BP, and when they got there, they found 2 people in the front of the vehicle, one a passenger who was showing signs of improvement, involuntary movements with their bodies, speaking out of their head to people who weren't there. Officers noticed a needle in plain sight, asked the driver if he had anything illegal in the vehicle. And beside the driver and the passenger, the female passenger seen here, they found an eyeglass case that both were trying to push down in between the seats. After a search of the vehicle on probable cause, drug paraphernalia being seen in plain view, a book bag and a wallet was found in the car that belonged to a female. And upon investigation, the contents in the book bag and wallet, including an operator's license, a driver's license, was also found with that person's UK ID and other personal effects. Sheriff's Department contacted UK campus police, and they advised they did have a case open on those stolen items that were recovered. All we know right now is that Gabriella Fletcher of Royalton Road in Sagersville was arrested, so far facing charges of possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, second offense, drug paraphernalia, theft of identity of another, receipt of stolen property, specifically a debit or credit card, receiving stolen property again, disorderly conduct in the first degree, public intoxication, and menacing. This while the investigation still continues. Now I'd like to take you back to a road dedication this past Friday morning. At that time, I was knee-deep in computer problems, which I still am essentially. But in my absence, some video, I don't even know who to thank for it. I know it was forwarded by McGoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman. It obviously was not taken by Judge Executive Matt Wireman. But nevertheless, video as they continue to honor and recognize the contributions and sacrifices made by local military men and women here in McGoffin County by dedicating a road or a bridge in their honor, most often, of course, one they traveled throughout much of their life, which was the case in Dixie on Kentucky Street just a few days ago, as Master Sergeant Frank Proffitt was officially recognized for a road that he lived out his days on.
Just a short word of thanks and appreciation to you for honoring Dad. He was a good man, and he did everything he knew to do to help McGoffin County and help this nation be a better nation. And we're honored and proud to be here today on his behalf, to honor his distinguished and courageous service, and honorable service to this country. And we could use a lot more people like him. Thank you for coming today.
Aim, fire. Aim, fire. Aim, fire.
Good morning and welcome to the family. What we're doing here today is what we've been doing for the past 3 years, and we're honoring veterans who have went above and beyond more than what most veterans have done. Our priorities have been those that have been killed in action and those that are highly decorated, and what we're doing here today, those that were prisoners of war. If I ain't mistaken, this is our second POW that we've done, and it just goes to show how many heroes that McGoffin County's had, because we continue, or my Veterans Committee continues to go through and do the research, and they're finding more and more and more veterans out in our community that nobody knew had all these high awards, or that we've had veterans who've been killed in action in these little communities, and they've been forgotten. So what we're doing here today is going to forever memorialize the name of Master Sergeant Proffitt. And whereas Master Sergeant Frank Proffitt enlisted in the Army Air Corps on June 18, 1942. He served with the 335th Bomb Squadron, 95th Bomber Group in England. During one of the missions, Master Sergeant Proffitt was shot down, captured, and was a prisoner of war in World War II. Whereas Master Sergeant Proffitt was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, a Bronze Star, American Campaign Medal, European Campaign Medal, and the Prisoner of War Medal. The Prisoner of War Medal was awarded at a ceremony on September 16, 1988 at Fort Knox, Kentucky, honoring all members of armed forces who were prisoners of war after April 5, 1917. The medal was received by his wife in 1993. Whereas Master Sergeant Frank Proffitt served honorably in the Army Air Corps in World War II. Master Sergeant Frank Proffitt lies in the peaceful sleep in the hands of Supreme Commander at Smith Cemetery, Lebanon, Kentucky. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that Kentucky Street, City Street 1032, from mile point 0.00 to mile point 0.327 in McGoffin County shall forever be known as Master Sergeant Frank Profit Memorial Road.
At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. COVID numbers in a minute right now. Birthdays and I think an anniversary too to start off tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Yes, first, special and best wishes and a happy 48th happy anniversary to Harlan and Stella Rao. Happy 48th anniversary to you. Birthday wishes tonight, a little early. Bessie Wireman, 92, Friday the 26th. From your twin girls, Sharon and Karen, and a whole big long list of family and friends. Happy birthday. Happy 92nd birthday to Bessie Wireman. And celebrating her birthday on Sunday, it will be a then 37-year-old Hope Atkins. She's from Paintsville, with a lot of love from her husband Brian, Benny, Bonnie, Little Ben, and Dad Mitchell, and a long list of family and friends. Happy 37th birthday, a little early to again Hope Atkins. Happy birthday to you. Now, going on to other announcements, Rumpke will be picking up garbage tomorrow for those Thursday customers. But remember, it's Thanksgiving, so get it out tonight because they'll be there long, possibly before even daylight tomorrow, running extra early tomorrow to get back home and hopefully spend a wonderful Thanksgiving with their families as well. It's already lit up at Candy Cane Lane. They're putting the final touches on tonight, and tomorrow night it will be open until Christmas, 6 to 10 nightly, Candy Cane Lane. Watch for the trip hazards, stay on the road, and be careful if you get out and take a little stroll. And kids, bring your letters to Santa, put them in the mailbox, and if you leave a return address, you're going to get one back. Just saying. A Thankful Christmas in McGoffin is 1 week from this Saturday for the annual Christmas parade. If you have any questions or want to participate in any form or fashion, call any of those folks at the numbers there on the bottom of your screen. And you know how it works. When you've got announcements, call me, and birthdays and anniversaries too. But if you want a birthday, anniversary, or birth announcement printed for free in the Sayersville Independent, we want to do it. We'd love to do it. But don't send them to me. Send them to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. From there, funeral service announcements. That's brought to you nightly by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. A reminder that services for 76-year-old Genevieve King Salyer, Blue Salyer, 76 of Sayersville, who passed away on Monday, will be held tomorrow morning at 11. She's survived by her husband, Thomas Edward, sons Philip Anthony, Jamie Thomas, and Scotty Ray Salyer, and her daughter, Patricia Ann Rice. And again, services to be held tomorrow morning at 11 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. 66-year-old Sylvia Joseph of Sayersville, who passed away Monday, will be laid to rest following services that begin in her honor tomorrow at 1. She is survived by her sons Terry Joseph and Cody and Corey Slusher, daughter Tammy Gunter, three brothers Donald Ware and David and Doug Slusher, and sisters Carolyn Boggs and Tammy Sue Slusher, and 4 grandkids and 10 great-grandchildren. She was preceded in death by her husband Teddy. And again, services tomorrow beginning at 1 at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Services have now been set for 58-year-old Wiley Jonathan Bailey of Cynthiana, who passed away Saturday at his home, the son of the late George Washington and Geraldine Prater Bailey. He's survived by his wife Christy Bailey, daughter Peyton Combs, and brothers James and Junior Bailey, and Karen Bailey, his sister, as well as 2 grandkids. Services to be held Sunday at noon from the Sayersville Funeral Home. Visitation will be Sunday that same morning, beginning an hour earlier at 11. And as I understand, arrangements still incomplete at this hour for 69-year-old Timothy Lindsay of Twin Lick Road in Sayersville, who passed away Monday of this week at his home. It's all right. We know there's going to be a lot of boxes open between now and Christmas. It's all right because we know what one of your favorites is going to be. Sure, it's here year-round, but for some reason, Pot pies seem to taste a little bit better this time of year. Get one now at your Sagersville, Lee's famous recipe. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Nostalgic or historic or whatever you want to call that feeling you get when you walk in and sit down at the counter and get a scoop of ice cream or a hot dog with sauce while your hometown pharmacist gets your prescriptions ready. Whatever it is, it's still here at Frasers Drug. Only better, with everything from Jelly Bellies to fresh popcorn to hot and cold gourmet coffees, even hot fudge cakes and banana splits. Frasers Drug hasn't forgot how important the little things in life are, and they don't want you to either. Stop and see them. They're just a couple of doors down from another Salyersville gym, the Seasonal Shop.
SSI Disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Seasons are changing. Don't get caught in the cold. Call McGoffin County Heating and Cooling now. They have super affordable rates. They service all brands. They are a certified platinum American Standard dealer and installer and available with 24-hour service at 349-1058. Before we go on to other headlines and our COVID update for this Wednesday, an update with what information I have at this hour on a robbery currently under investigation here in McGoffin County. The robbery taking place around 4:30, 4:45 this afternoon at the Dollar General store in Royalton here in McGoffin County. I have confirmed through McGoffin County 911 that authorities were currently, a few moments ago, reviewing security surveillance video to try to gather more details about the incident. But a customer and an employee had confirmed to police that a man came into the Royalton Dollar General store covering his face with sunglasses, a mask, we believe, a hat, and possibly other items, and handed the employee at the register a note which also claimed that he had a gun, demanding cash from the register. The man left the store with an undetermined amount of cash and then was seen getting in what was believed to be or described as a dark blue pickup believed to be similar to or a Chevy S10. The license plates were obscured and the vehicle was seen leaving the Dollar General store parking lot and then continuing south on Route 7. Again, around 4:30, 4:45 this afternoon, the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department and authorities on scene at the Dollar General store reviewing surveillance video at last report. And that's all the details that we have at this time. Should there be any serious developments in the case, please watch for an update on SagersvilleIndependent.com. Well, fortunately, it looks as though this week's COVID numbers for McGoffin County aren't going to be anywhere close to last. We actually might not have a real hard number for this week because it's Thanksgiving. Offices to be closed, medical offices to be closed. A lot of testing will not happen at the same time. A lot of gatherings. We'll have to wait and see what kind of effect that may or may not have. Regardless, we had 114 cases here in McGoffin County just days ago for the week. Right now, this week's numbers have been consistently lower, and still we're seeing fewer kids this week than the last several. Turns out I couldn't get COVID numbers for McGoffin County here this evening, so we'll pick that back up next week. But I do have today's state incident rate map, which very similar to yesterday's in some ways as far as the map overall, and the counties in the red. That's only changed by one, and it's actually one fewer county in the red tonight. I think we had a total of 35 counties not in the red tonight, so that's 85 that are. McGoffin County still at 70.5, and very few Kentucky counties are higher. Robertson and Powell, I think, are higher. And Powell at 92.5, Robertson, I think, 84.9 or so, and McGoffin County 70.5, and then everyone else is lower than McGoffin County. So we're still one of the highest in the entire state of Kentucky as it pertains to the number of COVID cases. However, this week, for Monday and Tuesday, we've had less than 10 for the past 2 days. And when I spoke with the health department earlier today, we were still on par to have less than 10 again today. I just do not have an accurate number for you at this hour. But improving numbers, certainly from last week, and we hope that, of course, trend continues. As for the state, however, that trend is continuing, but it's not a good one at all. Yesterday, here in the state, we had about 2,100 cases, and we had an incident rate or positivity rating of 6.7, I believe it was, and 53 deaths. One of those deaths yesterday was a 25-year-old. Today, we've got another 2,144 new cases, another 35 deaths. Our positivity rating is back up to 7.05 here in the Commonwealth. And we've seen, of course, consecutively some of the highest days. Every day this week has been the highest Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I believe Wednesday that we've had in at least 4 weeks, if not 5 in most cases, with a continued climbing positivity rate in the Commonwealth. And that all does cause for concern. Now let's jump on over to your 7-day, where we are seeing temperatures up and down and up, and I think down. I'm not sure what the last down. That's next page. Let's start off with tonight. 36 degrees, which was much better than the upper teens, wouldn't you say? Mostly cloudy skies tonight, and a little bit of a wind movement out there, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 miles per hour out of the southwest. No precipitation tonight, but that comes tomorrow. And as I alluded to at the top of the program, sad to say the window has closed a bit as far as dry conditions for your Thanksgiving. 24 hours ago, showers look to be mainly after 4 or 5 in the afternoon right now, and it could change again between now and tomorrow. Keep your eye on it. Keep an umbrella handy, but showers right now, mainly afternoon for your Thanksgiving. Temperatures in the low 50s at around 52 or so. Winds out of the southwest anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10, maybe 20 mile per hour gusts or something of that nature at times. Not a big rainmaker. I mean, overall, 1/10 of an inch. On the high side, maybe even. So just clouds, some light showers, some light winds, and 52 degrees. Not the worst of Thanksgivings, weather-wise, that we have seen. Good news is it's all out of here by late tomorrow night. We will see precipitation lingering, as we will also see a low of around 30 tomorrow night. There's possibly a few flakes that you might technically see. Like I said last night, enough to be able to count. And then Friday there, as you saw, much colder after this front rolls out. Becoming sunny, skies will clear, 39 degrees for your Friday, 20 degrees that night. And then there's your Saturday and Sunday looking at us as well. Thereafter, 49 on your Saturday, mostly sunny. A nice day. I mean, close to 50, sunny degrees. And that night, about a 20% chance of showers is all, a low of 36, and only a 20% chance of showers for your Sunday. Temperatures right around 47 or so, well below freezing Sunday night at 27. And next week, we'll all get back to the real world. Mostly sunny and 45 Monday, sunny and 50 on your Tuesday.
And that will wrap it up for this evening, for this week. Again, regardless of how you spend the next few days, and certainly tomorrow, we hope you are safe and happy, content, and a bit full, and you help spread all of those sentiments on to others if you are so able. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'll see you here on Monday, as we'll be bearing down on the month of December, and of course the following weekend, the Christmas parade. Yay! There's something to look forward to. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving again, and as always, thank you for watching.